Water flowing.
Yeah?
through here.
More than 10. Okay, well,
Just going underneath here.
I'll
We're
go
gonna-
right here.
Okay, we're gonna walk down just a little bit here. This is a ladder structure proper right here.
Oh, yes.
So
Fantastic.
we've got our
Check out the
facility
swallows down here. Check them out. They're all eating down here.
in the mud.
Wow, that's
We've
pretty neat.
got our pier here. What's unique is in my 20 years plus working here, I've never seen this dry through here because this was always flowing with water.
I know.
I wonder what was under here.
So this is the ladders down here that they're going to be coming up then, right?
So
Right
this
here?
wall, we're gonna stop right here.
Okay.
Um,
Or actually below us. It's actually right below us. Look at
Correct.
that.
Here's a classic vertical block window. The whole structure is a series of different years all the way through.
Right times of the year they'll be resting.
Correct.
Can I bring my spinning gloves? So they're coming right in between those little channels right there.
Correct.
Wow, that's a narrow little area.
That's what they like now.
All right, can you guys hear me at all? Great. Right at the end of this is the entrance to the fish ladder. This is the fish ladder's main structure. If you take the optional lower cord, you can see the entrance to the fish ladder. And if you go down there, you'll see barn gates like this. You'll also see an auxiliary flow pipe down there. Big part of the design is to get fish into the ladder. Once they're in the ladder, they move really well, but it's hard to get them into the ladder. So a huge amount of design went into figuring that out. It creates noise and a lot of attraction flow. Once they come in, these gray boxes behind us, these are markers for researchers put bags in fish that they're researching, similar to what we put in our cats and dogs at the vet.
Like a license plate readers.
Exactly.
Fish
Better.
have a name too.
Right, they will.
have
They'll
a
have
name.
a unique ID number.
That's cool.
Any fish that comes through, we have 2 antennas. Any fish that
crazy.
comes
Jeff, they
through,
would throw you back.
they'll be scanned in here. They'll be uploaded to the cloud, and researchers, wherever they are, who tag those fish, will get a message that it showed up in Alameda Creek.
Is there any plans for cameras?
Well, funny you should ask. Let's move up this way to our next monitoring equipment.
Okay. Up in Red Bluff, there's a fish hatchery up there they used to have running and it had cameras, but now it's defunct.
On the Sacramento,
Yeah.
or by Whiskey Dam.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually Red Bluff. I don't know if it's right there before 36, 32 area, right up there.
Okay. So you'll see the vertical slots are identical all the way through the system. They're designed to accommodate salmonids as well as Pacific lamprey. They have nice rounded edges and that. As some folks noted, there's a nice resting spot, a little L-shaped area. Once any younger, weaker fish swim up the ladder and have a little need to rest, they can get into those little nooks and gain some energy. Right in this box here is where we have a sonographic camera. So we'll take sonographic images of fish, logs, sticks, anything that comes through. And the beauty of a sonar camera instead of visual is that it works at day, night, it works in murky water. And hopefully some images will be clear enough for researchers to actually be able to identify what type of fish are moving through the ladder at any given time. So that's the second part of our monitoring.
Will that be
equipment.
allowed for the public to see or know about, or is it just kept to the
Good question.
DFW, ACDWE?
It'll probably be something we could be make available, or at least to researchers.
You can find anything if you look deep enough.
Right.
You told me when I was a kid there used to be striped bass in Shin Pond. We used to get in there. Now they're
Still is.
they're still in there?
Yeah, they're still in there.
Not like they used to be.
Yeah.
But now they got the fish screens, so the fish can't get to the creek into there.
That's true.
I'm
Once
thinking
they're
before,
there,
is
they're
that
there.
how the stripers got in there from the creek? from the
Probably.
delta?
Yeah, they would have come in or through. We get striped bass at the mouth of
Up
Alameda
here too,
Creek in the
maybe?
South Bay. So yeah, they probably moved
Or
upstream.
nothing recently when you guys monitored on those stripers?
No, I've only heard of striped bass in
What's
the
all
bay.
the fish that are stuck down in that pond right there?
Carp.
Carp.
Lots of carp.
Yeah, tons of carp. on
One
that
last
Shin
feature
Pond.
to point out, if you all notice, there's a nice little embankment of gravel and concrete here to create a water pool. When we inflate this dam, almost 100% of days of the year, maybe barring 15 or 20 days, 100% of the flow is going to be coming through this ladder on the creek. But when this is a flood control channel, when it flows really big.
Big
So
storms, they go down, right? Big storms, right?
These are designed to be lowered when flows around 1,000 CFS, which is not that high. When that happens, any fish out migrating will swim right over. In migrants cannot get over that part weir. So this ladder is designed to be flowing even under dams down conditions. So there should be flow in this ladder still. Depends on what happens to sediment. But this pool right here is designed to allow conditions when the dam is raising. If any particular smolts are at the surface of water and they come over this dam that's raising, they'll have a pool to land into. So it's somewhat natural. Plunges and pools and waterfalls happen in nature. But you don't want them landing on a slab of concrete. So we constructed this wall here to provide some protection during those flow conditions.
What's the CFS that this will flow on the fish ladder?
Well, the fish ladder, the top of those weirs will be around 50 CFS, but the part of this design is these weirs can be inundated, so we can have water flowing a few hundred CFS right over the top, and they'll still be passable for adult fish.
Okay, so what's the max CFS for the steelhead to come up through the ladder systems without being inundated?
The velocity, they can swim short bursts 3 feet per second against 3 feet per second.
Right.
So even when this is inundated with hundreds of CFS, they'll be able to flow through those notches. Now at 2,000, 5,000 CFS, the whole channel is going to be flowing.
Right, that's going to be the main, right?
They'll be flowing here. What will probably happen is under that condition, the fish won't find the ladder.
Right.
But as the dam goes up and the flow recedes, they're going to fall back in here and they're going to hear the noise and feel the water down there and find the mouth of this ladder. And we had a nice test. We had a whole bunch of coho show up, Chinook show up this spring.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah, we had dozens of them. And once the water receded, they pulled their way back out and a lot of them found the entrance.
Chinooks
Yeah, and they all
actually were
died
here this
too
year.
because
Wow.
nobody helped them out.
Hatcheries.
Yeah.
So we need to move on to our next station.
Oh, let's go.
We'll be around if folks have questions later.
Yeah, well, could do with a coconut.
This is air.
Oh, look at this thing. Well, they're operating it right now, this crane thing. So this is the next part of it that they're going to be doing.
Yeah, because you said you see coming out of that water coming out of it. I know, me too. Well, yeah.
Are you okay? Swim kick back?
Station 4.
There he is getting away.
So anyway.
So any guesses what we're looking at behind me?
Debris remover, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, good guess. It's called the trash rack. And basically, before any water flows into the fish passage, we want to make sure it's free of debris. Because once you'll see later, those slots are pretty tiny. So if there were any trash in there, that would block the fish from going up the ladder. So this runs periodically. Right now it is in operation. And there's a trash rack at the bottom, and then there's a rake that you're seeing going back and forth to scoop up all the trash. And then you can pick it up manually. We know that during like the dry season, there's dead trees and stuff that get into the river. And there's even worse than that. You'll see coolers and furniture sometimes getting in the river. And so this trash rack is to block some of that from getting into the fishway. And then later in 2022, there's going to be an actual crane where a skilled operator can lift tree removal out of the fish passageway. So go ahead and take a look. We'll give it a few more minutes.
giant pooper scooper.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I need one of these for my cat box at home.
They make them. They make
It's
them.
called a Jeff.
They make them.
Hey, look at this bong. Got a bong here too, man, right? Take a bong hit while you're cleaning garbage up out of the water. It's an electric bong. Water's really going here. Here, now you get a good view from over here. Oh, it's going along this whole thing here. Check it out. It's moving.
It goes back and forth.
It's going one after another.
Three weeks ago, this was a creek.
Oh, yeah? Well, they filled it up for all this, right?